Hello, hello, hello. I I have actually been working on becoming a certified tarot reader, and I'm getting far enough along in my studies that I'm super excited about it. And I want to share what I'm learning with you. I have been doing the certification through biddytarot.com, and she's Australian. And she has so many resources. Even if you just use the free stuff on her site, it's just amazing. And so, one of the suggestions, I started her Tarot 101 course recently, and today she made a suggestion that you just go through the deck one card at a time. Every time you get a new deck, you go through one card at a time. And so right now I have 5 decks that I need to get to know. And so I thought I'd do it with you. And I'm starting with the Radiant Rider Waite deck. That is the one that most people use and most tarot decks are based off of. And I decided to start with the suit of cups. So cups represent emotion, and that really is significant to me because I deal with tons of emotion. And so I'm really drawn to the suit of cups. The one is for beginnings. And so this Ace of Cups, it's like the one of cups, it can be a new relationship or a new beginning, something that represents emotions and beginnings. And what I like about the Radiant Rider Waite deck, on every ace, it's like the suit is being given by a divine hand. A hand is coming out of the clouds, giving this cup. And so to me, it feels like a gift from the divine. Whenever I'm doing a reading, when I see an ace, I automatically think that whoever I'm reading for, they're receiving a gift from the divine. So it can also be about spirituality, your own spiritual connectedness. So it's fun to look at the symbolism. And so there's a dove coming down that could represent the divine coming down into your cup. Yeah, I just really, really like it. And water oftentimes represents emotions as well. Gosh, and the next card, I'm going to have to give you more words than just emotions, right? But yeah, so I love this cup. To me, it looks so beautiful and so positive. When you turn it upside down, there are a bunch of different ways to interpret that. My pump decided that it wants to be noisy. Let me just tell it to be quiet. Thank you. Or I should acknowledge it so it doesn't start beeping again. So there are a lot of ways to interpret it when it's reversed. One way is that it could be about the relationship with yourself. So it could be internalized. Most of the time, that is the interpretation of reverse cards that I most often resonate with. It can also mean the opposite of the upright. So like maybe you have a relationship that's going to end. And that's not always a bad thing, you know. Sometimes that can make room for something better to come along. But yeah, there are a lot of ways to interpret reverse cards, and you don't need to be afraid of them. So I think generally when I read the tarot, it's pretty positive. Even when bad things happen, there can be a positive spin on it. Sometimes things have to end so something new can begin, or something has to be destroyed so that there's room for new growth. So there can always be a positive way to look at it. So there you go. That's my interpretation of the Ace of Cups. Talk to you tomorrow.